Today we're talking about acne, and often acne treatment starts with over-the-counter topical products, and they can include salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, sulfur and alpha hydroxy acids. Over-the-counter is generally a milder form of what you might get on prescription. Now, salicylic acid comes as either a gel, a lotion, a solution, cleanser, in pads or as a mask. So lots of different ways to get it, and also you're going to find it in different concentrations. This is a 2%, but it goes down as low as a 0.5%. Now, what salicylic acid does is it helps to lift the superficial layer of skin to penetrate that hair follicle that's blocked, helps to break that open, especially the top of a blackhead, and then it's also a mild anti-inflammatory, so you can use it in different ways. Start with once a day. If it makes the skin too dry, then reduce that to every other day, or even take down the concentration. If you've got a 2%, you might drop to a 1% or a 0.5%. So then you could reduce to every other day. If it's not effective enough, then you could try increasing the strength and the frequency. You can go up to twice a day. Now, it can be used with benzoyl peroxide, which is an antimicrobial that also breaks open the top of the blackhead, so you can use it for both blackheads and for the inflamed red bumps of acne. Now, topical sulfur has been around for many years, and it's used in combination usually with benzoyl peroxide rather than on its own, which is not as effective. If you want to use something natural, then 5% tea tree oil is antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory. It's been used successfully to treat mild to moderate acne, and one trial head-to-head with 5% benzoyl peroxide and 5% tea tree oil, they were just as good as each other, although the tea tree oil took a little bit longer to work. Now, chemical peels and microdermabrasion are kind of the snazzy way to do it. They're advertised a lot for acne treatment. They don't have the best evidence yet for their effectiveness, and they can be costly. So I'm just going to park them for a while. But another treatment that has been used is heat, either on its own or combined with pulsed light. Not enough studies to say whether it works for sure, but I think it's worth a try, because a recent study with just light has shown that the sunlight boosts immune functions separately from vitamin D because of its blue spectrum. And blue light is known to trigger the production of hydrogen peroxide, which then increases the motility and the movement of T lymphocytes. And since blue light penetrates skin right down to the dermis, so through the epidermis down to the dermis, and that is where we find very high concentrations of T lymphocytes. So interesting combination there. So perhaps the blue light will be helpful. It's got that scientific base behind it, and in time maybe the studies will show that it really is effective for acne, and I think there's already some out there that are suggesting that. So if you can afford a blue light, try it and see. Now, when it comes to food, remember that changing your diet to a low glycemic diet will most likely help your acne.